Yang Yuru works in an adult products company. In order to ease the financial pressure on her family, she participated in a welfare activity of the company to experience new products and share her experience. However, he was used by his supervisor Sun Yu, who asked Yang Yuru to experience the products in the company and let him demonstrate in front of his boss, Mr. Zhao. Yang Yuru experienced a new product in front of her boss. During the process, she was completely obsessed and was taken advantage of by her boss. My name is Yang Yuru. I work in a company that makes adult products. I often come into contact with sex toys, which makes me have high expectations for married life, but my husband doesn't seem to be so interested in that aspect. After coaxing my son to sleep at night, I lay on the bed and played with my mobile phone. Although I was sleepy, I still insisted on waiting for my husband to come back because we hadn't had sex for a long time. At almost 12 o'clock, Duyu came back, and I hurried out and hugged his neck. Duyu also understood what I meant, picked me up and kissed me passionately. At the critical moment, I heard my son crying in the bedroom. I went to see the child first. I'll wait for you in the room. I hurried back to the bedroom, settled my son, and went to the second bedroom. But when I entered, I saw Duyu snoring without even taking off his clothes. I covered him with a blanket with heartache, but the desire that was aroused could not be calmed for a long time. Suddenly I thought of the new product released by the company today, a small electric simulation toy controlled by a mobile phone, so I opened the package. The design is amazing, small and cute, and very round. I feel an inexplicable happiness when I see it. The overall vibration is still a little small and not in place. The vibration should be stronger in the future, so that the material will be more stimulated, and the advanced medical material will not feel any stimulation. Size: I personally think the size should be larger, or a variety of sizes can be provided. In summary, it is a good product that can bring happiness to women. After editing the trial record, I sent it to the group and put the phone aside to sleep. As soon as I arrived at the company in the morning, I felt that the male colleagues looked at me in a strange way, or more accurately, in a hot way. Some of the bolder ones even stared at my skirt. I know all this because I posted my experience in the internal group last night. Our company is engaged in adult products. There is a small benefit. A copy of the new product will be sent to all employees, and then you can post your experience in the group. As long as you can truly reflect the quality of the product, you can get a bonus of 5,000 yuan. After the epidemic, my husband's company was in a recession. He went out to drive for Didi every night after dinner and came home in the early morning. Last night, I felt so distressed when I saw my husband's tired appearance every day. So in addition to relieving loneliness, I also planned to earn this bonus so that my husband would not be so tired and could accompany me at home. But I didn't expect my colleagues to react so strongly. Yuru, you look so beautiful today. As soon as I sat down at my workstation, Sun Yu, the head of road, sat next to me. Although the words were good, they came out of his mouth, and the eyes that kept looking at me made me feel very wretched. However, unlike other researchers in the road department, Sun Yu is not only handsome, but also lively. Which woman doesn't like to hear others praise herself, let alone handsome men? I am no exception. Sun Yu, you have eaten honey in your mouth today. As we chatted, he lost his dignity and talked about dirty jokes. But I have long been used to it, but I didn't expect him to suddenly say, Yuru, I carefully watched your experience yesterday. Let's not talk about anything else. In terms of pure vibration, I think it's your operation problem. I was a little embarrassed to write a letter, and now he actually discussed it in front of me, which made me feel a little hot on my face. Sun Yu, you are so rude, what are you talking about? Let's talk about something else. For example, we are discussing work. You also know that it is a hot-selling product created by our company for Double 11, so we can't be careless at all. Looking at Sun Yu's righteous words, I felt a little embarrassed. It seems that I thought too much. Everyone feels differently. Maybe you can try it again. This time I control it with my mobile phone. I guarantee that you will change your previous experience. As he said that, he took out a new one and put it on the table. You and I widened our eyes, and once suspected that we had heard it wrong. How could he say such a thing? Sun Yu, you are joking a little too much. No, I'm not kidding you. You also know that this product is developed by me. If the product can't cater to consumers, not only will the commission be gone, but I'm afraid that I will be in trouble as a team leader. Seeing his serious look, I felt that he was really not joking. Thinking that he could make some contribution to the company, it was just another try, which was no big deal. I bit my lip and said, okay, then I'll go home tonight and contact you later. Yuru is at home, and I can't directly see your feelings, so let's go to the conference room. There is no meeting this morning, don't worry, I won't let you help in vain. We still have a surplus in our road funds, and we can reward you with another 10,000 yuan. Hearing this, I hesitated for a while. 10,000 yuan, but my 2 months' income can relieve a lot of pressure. I made up my mind and went to the bathroom with the new product. After I was ready, I went to the conference room and sent a WeChat message to Sun Yu, saying, I'm ready, you can start. Through the gap in the frosted glass, I saw Sun Yu's eyes outside staring at me greedily. This sense of shame made me feel my face burning instantly. Yang Yuru, hi. Suddenly, the voice in my ear pulled me back to reality. I was stunned for a moment before I reacted. Mr. Zhao, I was looking for you, why are you sitting in the conference room alone? Mr. Zhao, I was just thinking of making up an excuse, but Mr. Zhao said again, hurry up and come to the office with me. I don't know why my video conference is disconnected. If I can't connect to the group, I have to report it, but I'm still experiencing the new product. I was thinking about going to the bathroom, but Mr. Zhao was waiting for me and I couldn't say it. I could only follow him to the office. Standing in front of the table, I debugged the computer for Mr. Zhao, but I didn't expect that Sun Yu was still controlling it with his mobile phone. I was afraid that Mr. Zhao would find out something, so I gritted my teeth tightly. But in this tense atmosphere, I couldn't control it. Huber Yuru, what's wrong with you? Mr. Zhao, I'm fine, the computer is ready, I'll go to the bathroom first. Mr. Zhao's eyes were fixed on me. I was afraid that he would find out something, so I ran out in a hurry. It's all Sun Yu's fault. He knew that I was called in by Mr. Zhao, but he didn't stop. After I came out of the bathroom 20 minutes later, Sun Yu looked at me and said, how do you feel, Yuru? I didn't lie to you, the bad guy almost killed me. Just now I saw you were quite exciting at Mr. Zhao's place. How could I have the nerve to answer his words? I turned around and pretended to be busy in front of the computer. Although I was looking at the computer, I couldn't calm down for a long time. When I got off work in the evening, I took another box of condoms from the warehouse and went home, and then called Duyu again to ask him not to deliver food today. In the evening, I suppressed my anger as I wished. After coming out of Duyu's bedroom, I returned to the master bedroom with my son. As soon as I lay down, my cell phone rang. I picked it up and saw that it was a transfer from Sun Yu, a full 10,000 yuan. Without thinking, I clicked on the payment and followed the message he sent, saying that I was affectionate with my husband tonight. Sun Yu, you are too much. I replied, what is too much? When I got off work, I saw you took a box. Aren't you using it with your husband? You took a large one. It's just right for me. Is it just right for your husband? Seeing that she sent such a bitter message, I didn't even reply. Just when I was about to throw my phone aside, he sent me another message. By the way, Yuru, do you still want to make money? Seeing that I could make money, I picked up my phone again. How to make money? I won't do anything excessive. This guy is not serious at ordinary times. There are more than 1 or 2 female colleagues in the company who have been deceived by him. Don't worry, what can be excessive? You know that our company is going to hold an exhibition next week. Do you know what's going on? Mr. Zhao told me today that if he wants you to go to the exhibition with him, in addition to the subsidy, there will be an additional subsidy of 50,000 yuan. When Mr. Zhao thought of this, I was still confused, and then he specifically asked me to go with him. Could it be that he had some idea? But there is a subsidy of 50,000 yuan, which is really not a small amount. I struggled in my heart. I will be back tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. If you want to go, I will tell Mr. Zhao. I thought that it would only be 1 day. As long as I can stick to the bottom line, nothing will happen. I went to the second bedroom and told Du Yu about it. 50,000. After hearing this, Du Yu said, "Don't worry, my wife. I'm at home. But I'm on a business trip with a grown man. I'm afraid it's okay. If he dares to take advantage of you, I'll go and settle the score with him." Du Yu's words also made me feel relieved and replied to Sun Yu. But I never thought that it was just like this. The next morning, when I arrived at the company, President Zhao drove me to a villa in the suburbs. "President Zhao, our new product exhibition is here." I knew that the company had a new product exhibition before, but it was all handled by the female public relations of the Public Relations Department. "This is my first time to go." "Yes, you are you. You also know that our products can't be rented in a hotel like other ones." "Yes, that's right." As I was talking, the car had already driven into the villa. I was stunned when I opened the door. The curtains inside were all drawn. It had been arranged in advance. The light pink lights looked very ambiguous. The company's dazzling array of products had been placed. Some product advertisements were played on the LED big screen, which made the ambiguous feeling rise to a higher level. Although I knew this was an exhibition, I felt my ears were a little hot. Mr. Zhao might have seen my embarrassment. "It's okay. You will get used to it after participating a few times." Several female public relations from the Public Relations Department were also there. Mr. Zhao called one of them and said, "Take Yu to change clothes." "Okay, Mr. Zhao." I followed him to the locker room and changed clothes. To be honest, I was a little uncomfortable wearing such clothes. V-neck white shirt, black short skirt, although it is also professional OO clothes, but it is too revealing. I have never worn such revealing clothes before, but Mr. Zhao kept looking at me and nodded repeatedly. "For example, if you are so sexy in your clothes, you can definitely help the company sell products. After the order is completed, you will be paid a commission according to the sales department's tips." While talking, customers have arrived at the villa one after another. One of the tall customers came in and his eyes fell on the electric simulation props at the door. Then he said to the female public relations next to him, "I want to try the effect of this." I was still a little confused when I heard the customer's words. How can a grown man like you try the effect? But what I didn't expect was that the female public relations smiled and said, "Okay, sir, let's go to the experience room." It's called an experience room, but in fact, it's just a few small compartments temporarily set up in the lobby on the first floor. The female public relations took the client in. I widened my eyes. I didn't expect that this was how I could experience the new product. For a married woman like me, this is simply fatal. I felt my face flushed, and even my breathing became disordered. I hurried to the bathroom on the second floor. On the one hand, I wanted to solve my embarrassment, and on the other hand, I was afraid that those customers would find me. But when I was about to close the door, I felt that the door was pushed open by someone. It turned out to be Mr. Zhao. Mr. Zhao, you don't know when he followed me. Before I finished speaking, he took me in his arms. Yuru, I have liked you for a long time. When I returned to the booth, before I came back to my senses, a pair of big hands suddenly placed on me. Put on this dress. Let me see. I saw that it was a sexy dress. I don't know what was in my head at this moment. Firstly, I may not have completely recovered from the passion with Mr. Zhao just now, and I may be affected by the atmosphere on the scene. I took the clothes into the experience room. This is a sexy Gyeongsam, most of which are designed with different degrees of hollowing. This sexy dress is really well designed and feels good. The customer then raised another request. Not bad, not bad. To be honest, I am still somewhat confident about my figure. When I walked on the street before, many men stole glances at me, but at this moment, the customer's eyes were nakedly greedy, and I was also afraid that he would do something excessive. Sir, you see, I'm going out to change clothes. I was about to open the door of the experience room, and suddenly my arm was grabbed by him. I want to experience this, sir. I want to explain that I am different from those female public relations, but I didn't expect the customer to pick me up directly, and the customer said with satisfaction that he would sign the contract later. And I ordered 1 million, 1 million. I was very angry at first, and I didn't agree at all, but he forced me into experience the new product. But when I heard 1 million, my anger disappeared by half. You know, the commission for 1 million is 200,000 yuan, and this money can completely get rid of our current life. Good brother, I will go get the contract now. In a day and a night, I don't know how many orders I have negotiated. In short, I may have earned more money in these 2 days than I could have earned in my lifetime. When I went back, Mr. Zhao smiled and touched my hand, and said, "How about Yuru?" I naturally understood what he meant. Although this kind of thing is not a secret to him, I was still a little embarrassed, and my face flushed and embarrassed to answer. For example, there is no way in our industry. Only by promoting it in this way can the orders become popular, otherwise you can't make money. Isn't it for money that everyone comes out to work? Mr. Zhao's words seemed to open the door to a new world for me. It is true. Isn't it for money to come out to work? When I have money, I can completely change my current life. I have even begun to look forward to my life after I have money, but these are just fantasies. The reality is cruel. After returning, I took the contract to the finance department to confirm that the payment for the goods has been transferred. The finance department directly settled the commission for me, which was more than 500,000 yuan. When I went home and told Duyu that I had made 500,000 yuan, he didn't even ask me how I made it. He hugged me excitedly and said, "Wife, you are so amazing." We were so excited that we didn't sleep all night. The next day, I went to the bank to pay off all the mortgage. This kind of thing is like Pandora's box. Once it is opened, it can never be closed again. Knowing that I can make so much money in a day, I have no worries in the future, let alone the bottom line. Later, I participated in a larger exhibition and received many customers who came to the company for on-site inspection. However, this time there was no direct settlement. At first, I didn't care, but I didn't expect that when I paid wages at the end of the month, I only paid 10,000 yuan. After asking the finance department, I said that it was Mr. Zhao who asked me to pay it this way. I went to find Mr. Zhao again. When I went in, he was smoking a cigarette. When he saw me come in, he asked, "What's wrong?" For example, "Mr. Zhao, is the salary paid incorrectly?" "No, you are talking about commission, right?" "Yes, I also participated in the exhibition this month." I replied. Mr. Zhao put out his cigarette in the ashtray and said in a cold voice, "There will be no commission in the future. Not only will there be no commission, you must go to at least 2 exhibitions for me every month." "What? Mr. Zhao, what do you mean by this?" I suspect that his head was kicked by a donkey. How could he say such a thing? What do you mean? Look at what this is. As he said this, he turned the computer screen over, and on it was a video of himself enjoying himself in the experience room. He didn't expect that there were surveillance cameras in every experience room. If you are obedient and work hard, you can get 10,000 yuan a month. If you don't listen, this video may be passed to your husband or family, which will have a bad impact on you. Threat: this is a naked threat, but she has my handle in her hand. If the video is really given to my husband, then my family will be finished. If he posts it on the internet, I'm going to die. You are shameless. Mr. Zhao still had a smile on his face. What's wrong with being shameless? If you have nothing else to do, just go out. By the way, fly with me to Hsinchu tonight. There is an exhibition there tonight. What can I do? I could only tell my husband that I had to go on a business trip temporarily, and followed Mr. Zhao to Hsinchu. At this exhibition, regular products were almost ignored. Most people looked at those slightly perverted products. I was exhausted all night. Before I could rest well, I went to the second event in other districts. For 3 whole days, I was exhausted. When I got home and looked at my husband, my tears flowed out. Come out. Seeing my concern, said, "Wife, what's wrong with you?" How could I dare to tell the truth? I wiped my tears in a hurry. It's okay, husband, I'm just a little tired. Don't work so hard to make money. Take care of your health. If you can't, I'll go to deliver food. Hearing my husband's concern, I felt even more uncomfortable. I didn't dare not work hard for Mr. Zhao. I didn't want to lose him. Slowly, I became numb. I had 2 faces every day. I was a shameless bitch at work, and I became a good wife and mother at home. I was really tired of such a life. After hesitating for several days, I went to find Mr. Zhao. Mr. Zhao, I don't want to live like this anymore. Please let me go. Mr. Zhao looked at me with disdain. Let you go, let you go. Who will make money for me? But I am not unreasonable. I will give you such a choice. If you can get pregnant with my child and give your husband a big green hat, I can consider it. Bastard, you look at his face and I grit my teeth. Mr. Zhao continued, Yuru, I am not kidding you. I am serious. If you are willing, I can let you go. Otherwise, you can make money for me. I will let you go when I think it is enough. You have made enough money. I know in my heart that money is not enough. Otherwise, I will not fall to this point today. After struggling for a long time, I put down my last dignity, walked over and sat on his lap, and said softly, Mr. Zhao, what you said is true. Of course, I will send you an address tonight, and you can come to me then. Okay, I have booked a room in a nearby hotel tonight, and sent him the address. He came in a short while later. Let's have a drink first. I opened a bottle of red wine and poured 2 glasses. He drank it in 1 gulp and then hugged me. I thought you were a decent woman, but I didn't expect you to be a bitch. Does your husband know that you are this kind of woman? You women are bitchy, you are 2 different people in front of others. Take off your clothes quickly, I want to start. As he spoke, his whole mind became dazed and he closed his eyes. I was not surprised by the scene in front of me, because this is what I did. Give birth to a child for such a bastard. How is it possible? I put drugs in the wine just to find such an opportunity. After confirming that he was asleep, I made a phone call. Soon someone came upstairs and helped me throw him into the van and pull him to the dock. When he woke up again, he was already on a ship, with his limbs tied up by ropes. Yuru, where is this? I smiled and said, this is a high-seas medical ship. You may not know, let me explain it to you again, it is the kind of ship that takes organs. Mr. Zhao was stunned for a moment and roared, "Why did you bring me to such a place? Let me go quickly, otherwise I will post the video, and then you will be shot to death. You have to be able to get out alive after posting the video. In my impression, no one can get off this ship alive." Hearing what I said, Mr. Zhao softened immediately. "Don't be Yuru, I know I was wrong, please forgive me. I will give you 1 million, not 2 million, don't forgive me. I will give you all the money, do you think I want money? Then what do you want? As long as I have it, I can give it to you." Mr. Zhao was so scared that he trembled all over. I snorted and laughed. "Do you still remember Yang Yuting?" "Yang Yuting?" Mr. Zhao looked at me and was stunned for a moment. "Yang Yuru, Yang Yuting, what is your relationship?" Seeing her reaction, I continued, "Yang Yuting is my sister. She worked in your company at the beginning. She was harmed by you, a bastard, in the same way. You forced her to have psychological problems. She was not allowed to go to the hospital for depression treatment, and finally committed suicide. My sister went to work in Mr. Zhao's company after graduating from college, and she committed suicide not long after. Originally, my family and I thought it was an accident, but last year, I accidentally found my sister's date. It recorded what Mr. Zhao, a bastard, did. At that time, I realized that her death was not an accident at all, but because of Mr. Zhao, a bastard. If it weren't for her, my sister would not have depression, let alone death. So I also joined his company. The purpose is very simple, just to avenge my sister. Now you know what I want, right?" When Mr. Zhao heard what I said, his eyes widened. "Yuru, you are you, it's all my fault, I killed your sister. But after all, the dead can't be resurrected. You killed me and you have to be judged by the law. What you said makes sense. If you tell me the bad things you have done over the years, I can consider sparing your life." Mr. Zhao was already scared. Hearing that he could spare his life, he dared not hide anything. He told everything he had done over the years. It turned out that this guy's wife cheated on him and got pregnant with someone else's child, so his heart was twisted and he wanted me to get pregnant with his child before he would let me go. After I found out that my wife cheated on him, he killed his wife and child in a rage and buried the bodies under his own garden. In addition to these, he also told me how he threatened his employees to make money for him over the years. You are you, I have said everything I should say. You can let me go this time. What do you want to do if you let me go? I picked up my phone and called the police. Soon the police came. This is not a high-seas medical ship at all, but a fishing boat I rented on the seashore. In this tense environment, Mr. Zhao had already lost his composure and couldn't tell. I handed the video I just recorded to the police. He was taken away, and I went back to be investigated. He was judged by the law. In the lightest case, he spent the rest of his life behind bars. I was illegally detained for less than 24 hours, and I was only educated and left the police station. At first, I also wanted to kill him and avenge my sister, but he was not worthy of being buried with such garbage. After everything was over, I bought a flower basket and went to the cemetery to visit my sister. Sister, I have avenged you. I hope that I can still be your sister in the next life. Looking at the blue sky, my heart is filled with emotion. I hope all girls will cherish themselves and don't sell themselves for money. You must know that money may be the dirtiest thing behind it. Some people use some small favors to slowly let you let go of your bottom line and eventually become a tool for others. Mr. Zhao is just for money, while some people are not only for money, but also for your life, so you must stick to your bottom line. If you stick to your bottom line and resist temptation, these people will not have a chance to take advantage of you.